Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another week's episode of Hailing Frequencies Open, where each week we hail your frequencies on things we hailed that you hailed about episodes we hail about Star Trek each week. We open hailing frequencies to our eyeballs and watch an episode. You open hailing frequencies to tell us about things that our eyeballs and your eyeballs experienced. I'm still running out of ways to introduce the show, so let's just get into it.
They're hailing us. Hailing frequencies open.
Captain, we're receiving 285,000 hails.
I wish I knew what to tell them.
So we're going to start off here. This is on our hailing frequencies open video where we talked about Up the Long Ladder. Starting us off here this week is none other than Captain Olimar. He says, nice to hear Will wanted to explore them achieving utopia, and Caleb wants to follow that Vulcan that pieced out when T'Pol's great-grandma visited Earth at one time. I like that idea. He was cool.
He's talking about Mescal. Yeah. Mescal stays on the Earth. Perfect. Yep. He's played by Ethan Peck, and it's the early 60s.
Yes. And he just walks around wearing a beanie.
Yep.
And, becomes a cool dude.
A real cool dude.
That's pretty good. He says, question for the week, DC or Marvel? He says, new Superman's pretty good, and Batman is very cool. But then again, Spider-Man is GOAT.
Spider-Man is GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, I think you know the answer then. Spider-Man is GOAT.
Yeah, so like most things, growing up, big Star Wars fan, big Marvel fan. That's the world I lived in.
Yeah.
X-Men, Spider-Man, Captain America, all that good stuff when I was a child. A wee lad. And then as I got older and I liked things that were not as fantastical and, I don't know, as cheery, I was like, Star Trek and DC Universe. Yes, excellent.
Yes.
And I became more of a Superman, Batman, Flash, Shazam, Swamp Thing fan. I personally I think Star Wars and Star Trek are so wildly different that there's no reason to really compare them. And I almost feel that way about DC and Marvel. Yes, there are superheroes in it. Yes, there's very similar problems, and there's very like point at that guy and he's like this guy, and you point at that guy and he's like that guy, and she's like this person. But I definitely I think the whole tone of the two, which is why Warner Brothers and Disney, are still two separate companies that own the things, and they haven't merged with them, is because they're different. It's Pepsi and Coke. They're different things. I do think the new Superman is definitely tapping into the old school kind of like Marvel thing, which is what makes Marvel fun, is that it's cheery and upbuilding and nice, but I don't know. I've yet to be a one or nothing kind of guy. Where I still like Spider-Man. I still like Captain America. I still like the Incredible Hulk. I like all of those characters still a lot. And if I was in a comic book store and I saw a cool cover, I probably would buy it. And the same for Superman, Batman, The Flash, all that. So, what about you, Caleb?
I've always been a Marvel guy. I always loved Batman, obviously.
Sure, yeah.
But for me, Marvel was always, like you said, X-Men, Spider-Man, all that stuff. And then, when we were in our younger years, like cinematic was like peak superhero.
Yeah. Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman, X-Men, and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man was like that was everything.
No, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so even like the Sony stuff, like that was great. I even really enjoy both the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. I know those aren't like highly rated by a lot of people, but I enjoy them for what they are.
Yeah.
I think they do a lot of stuff right.
Yes, and I agree, yes.
But yeah, and then then the era of like, Robert Downey Jr. and all that stuff, like, we can't say enough good things about that.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Even as far as like video games and stuff,
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
I've played all the Spider-Man games, but
True.
I played a little bit of Rivals. I think Rivals is fun. I never played the DC games, the Injustice and all that kind of stuff. They're cool. I get them, but I don't know all the villains and heroes, so I don't
Like,
lean
and
that way.
you played like one of the Arkham games, right? Or did you play them all?
Oh, dude, yeah, the Batman Arkham games I don't even put those in the same category. Those are fantastic. Those are good. That was good times.
Those were good times.
Were good times.
If I had to, if a Klingon blade was to my throat
Oh God.
and I had to pick one, I would pick DC
Hmm.
because somebody painted me this nice thing that I'm holding in my hand.
Mm. That's really stupid. Kryptonite chains are dumb. And I'm holding this nice statue that a dear friend gave me of Spider-Man. Yeah. So there you go.
There you go. There's our answer.
There you go. So next here is from my office.
Oh.
He says, my Star Trek project plan would be Star Trek Breadtopia, where all people come together in the galaxy through various types of bread. Because as Will said, that's what defines all different things, the bread. It all comes down to the bread. That last sentence would be the tagline for the show. It all comes down to the bread.
It all comes down to the bread.
Yeah.
Bread, the final frontier. So here's my question to the folks out there. What would be your Star Trek project? I know Brett, if he wants to keep Breadtopia, that's fine. But I know he likes Star Trek, so he can perhaps add some zest to it and tell us what he's always something he would like Captain Alimar asked us what's something that he would like talked about. So
Yeah.
let us know what your 2-season project on Paramount Plus would be. Let us know.
Yeah. It's pretty good. He says, I like all the hand gestures to get the sense of burgers, sandwiches, hot dogs, etc. I will definitely use this method going forward. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
He says, I love the Klingon Wilfred Brimley, as you should.
Absolutely. Wait till you see something here recently we did. You'll see another one soon.
Good, good, good. And then he says, "You're welcome to cut my ramblings off if you need to. I know I go on longer than a sub." Is he talking about like a subscriber, or is he talking about like, an actual sub
Oh,
longer than a sub? Yeah.
see the emoji hands?
Oh, sub.
Yeah.
Wow. That's the right. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could have just kept reading. Usually, a lot of times in life, if you just keep reading
Just keep
or
looking
keep
forward.
watching,
Yeah.
you'll see the answer to your question. Yeah. There's no emoji for left hands, apparently. It's two right hands. Oh God.
I can't even. I don't think I can even. That's the meaning of true subs.
Tog sub. All right. So let's get into our episode of New Trek Who Dis of Hegemony Part 2.
Yep.
Starting us off is from my office. He says, it's great to be reunited with the crew of the Enterprise after nearly 2 years. Yeah. I thought overall that the episode was okay. The back half definitely wrapped things up really quickly, and there are a couple of questions raised regarding who knows what about all this Gorn business. For a show that has no official runtime, I assume any shortcuts were due to the budget. For me, 3 deltas on this episode. Hoping we'll see things only get better from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
think so.
Hopefully he liked Wedding Bell Blues.
I would assume so. I would assume he enjoyed it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
All right, so then we're going to move on to our review of Manhunt. This is a comment here from Cloverfield 911. That's not good. Cloverfield.
Cloverfield 911. Oh no.
No, no. Oh my God. Oh boy. He says the Mick Fleetwood episode. Yeah.
So what I commented to this person was I said, and is it even him in the thumbnail? Who knows?
Yeah.
Mick Fleetwood does though. He knows which one he was.
He does. He does. I bet you even he's like, now, was I standing on the left or the right?
And we're gonna make an announcement right here that we're gonna interview Mick Fleetwood on the channel, but we're not gonna talk
Yeah.
about Fleetwood Mac in any way, not
No.
anything.
So when you were a disgusting, horrifying fish creature,
No, I don't want to know about the chain. I don't want to know what happened with Lindsey Buckingham. I don't want to know any. No, 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 no.
hey, did you
So
really eat squid in a barrel?
exactly. Yes, yes. Oh man, I love it.
All right, so the next one here is from my office. He says, Picard rocking the dress uniform. Nice calves, Captain. the, the fish people eat fish? Seems weird to me. Funny that Worf thinks they're handsome. That is funny.
Yeah,
You know what's funny as human beings? Seeing fish people eat fish, you're always like, well, that's weird.
yeah,
Then if you really think about it, right?
yeah.
Fish do eat fish. Like
That's true.
that's how nature works. Like
In
sharks
the
eat fish,
in the ocean, most other things don't eat their own things.
monkeys eat monkeys. I
Not
mean,
not
humans
typically.
eat
Not
humans.
typically.
So you're saying if it's a humanoid fish, they shouldn't eat animal fish. That's how we that's how we're breaking this down.
I think you can agree. I think it would have been more interesting if it was just like I don't know, look like algae or something that looked, ocean related instead of just more
Yeah.
fish.
But that's not shocking.
No, I know, because that's when they chum the waters, they're chumming it with fish, so I get it.
Chum it. Yeah, because there's that line in Lilo and Stitch where she has to give Pudge the peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yes.
And her teacher's like, why didn't you just give her like, she had tuna and she's like,
Yeah.
if Pudge the fish ate tuna, he'd be an abomination. And it was
Yeah.
like, but he's a fish
Disgusting.
that eats fish. I mean, I guess some fish do just eat algae and stuff. Yeah. Wow. We really
This is this week's. This
we
week's is
really
all
have
about
no
fish.
we really have no lives, really. Uh he says Wesley is prejudiced. Surprise? Surprise. Speaking of surprises, Troy knows who's coming along. Luxana Troy, ambassador. Naughty thoughts from Jean-Luc. This is going to be quite the visit.
Yep.
Yeah, you certainly could say that.
Yep.
I find Mrs. Troy to be witty and I enjoy her playfulness. I agree that it's not really fitting with the attitude of an ambassador. Or maybe it is? How much do we really know about betazoids? All the sexualization doesn't really need to be here, like with the quadruple sex drive thing, which Riker seemed interested in. But I understand who and what we're dealing with from the creative standpoint of this time of TNG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do agree. I don't disagree. We don't know a lot about betazoids, and of course, like if this is just how they are, then so be it. But like she's an ambassador.
Hmm.
That's my hang up. And that was my hang up with yesterday's episode with Kalar. It's like it's fine that they act a certain way, but like they're dignitaries. Like they're supposed to be beyond all this normal mundane people stuff. They're supposed to know how to talk to people essentially.
Hmm. He says, looks like the dinner invitation was for one Romulan ale. Mr. Holmes says thanks.
Does he say it's Romulan ale? I didn't realize that. I
Yeah, pretty sh
wow, no, I just don't remember.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like a delicacy, like Romulan ale that Mr. Holmes just guzzled it.
Loved it.
Wow. That was his last bottle, probably. It says
Maybe.
Luxana is hot for Picard, as we find out. Nice to see the gong return. But how annoying that would be to hear that every time you put a bite of food in your mouth. That would be one ritual I could do without.
Wong,
I
wong.
love that Picard makes an emergency rescue call to Data. This scene is fantastic.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it is.
Very good.
Yeah. And then he says, City blocks.
What are those?
Picard is heading to the holodeck as Dixon Hill to get away from everything. Mr. Hill needs a case or maybe just a nap. Either way, he's on ship's business. So, Mrs. Troy is going to have to find some other tree to bark up. I guess I can get with the idea that the holodeck can only create stories from the source material. So, there's bound to be violence in a Dixon Hill case. But couldn't those parameters be adjusted a bit for a more breezy story? Yeah, I'm sure they could.
Yeah.
Computer, enable easy mode.
It's nothing. They just come in with chocolates. This guy's like, I'm sick of you
Yeah.
ducking me,
Oh,
Hill. And then he comes in and it's just a box of chocolates and he hands it.
yeah.
I'm
So,
a
hey,
drink.
Dixon Hill, remember
I'm a drink.
last week when I gave you that job? Well, here's a box of chocolates. Thanks so much for fixing, finding
Yeah.
my missing
Yeah.
friend. I really appreciate it.
I've been looking for you all week.
I've
Here's a
been looking
cake.
for you everywhere, Dixon. I have this bag of money I wanted to deliver to.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. So here's the Dixon Hill storyline. Picard doesn't know, but it's on level 2.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
That's funny.
he says Worf is still enamored with the fish aliens, and Wesley is not crazy about them. I like that Worf confronts Wesley about this. It's a shame that it wasn't taken further, but I'm sure Roddenberry wouldn't have wanted his wonder child to come under that kind of scrutiny.
No.
Then he says Luxana comes after Worf next, but he's not interested. Got to growl and bite more, Luxana.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, if Luxana would have like squeezed her hand till it bled, Worf would have been
Ooh, all over it. Whoa.
oh, woo,
Also
irresistible.
sweaty hands.
The stench of hands. Back to the holodeck. Dix invites the receptionist for a drink at Rex's bar. It looks like the bar from Back to the Future 3. Yeah, it does.
I know what he's saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does a little bit.
A little, a little.
What do you guys think? Scotch neat, not tea, Earl Grey hot? Yeah. Well, you're at a bar and you can't have tea.
I think the what do you guys think is to the Back to the Future 3.
I think it does kind of resemble that bar a little bit. I mean, obviously that's an old West bar,
Yeah, that's kind of
and
where
this is
I'm
like
like,
this is like a 60s Chicago bar. But you see
you
what
know,
you see,
I
and like
think
I always say, it's okay to be wrong.
I think I make my suggestion of watch Back to the Future Part 3 and let me know.
I think you need to see the movie for the first time. I think that's what. That's funny. Ambassador on the bridge, Mrs. Troy is scoping out Riker, and Deanna isn't having any of it. Luxana is claiming William Riker as her husband. Surprise! Yeah, that is
Yeah.
so surprising.
I laughed really
Def
hard during the edit when you and I were making the joke of like, listen to father now.
That is funny. You sit down, daughter. You will not embarrass me and your mother on our wedding day. Yeah. I am Inzari no more. Definitely time to find Picard. Looks like Riker and Data, excuse me, Nails and Carlos will be joining the crew for a drink. I can't talk about how He's supposed to be Carlos from
South.
South America. I can't talk about it.
Okay.
I don't get why Luxana didn't just use the computer to locate Picard in the first place. Guess some plot got in the way or something. But now they've been found. She's quite taken by the hologram. Oh my. How does she not know it's a hologram? Well, she's really stupid. And it's not like she has this ability to like read thoughts.
No.
So
She
you're the
well
first
she
person I've ever met that your thoughts are blank. Almost
yeah,
as
it
if
was
you
like
aren't real.
they speak to it like, how strange.
That's weird. I
Also on
can't
the
read
Enterprise,
you.
we just keep,
Ooh.
like a 1950s bar just hanging around.
Yeah, it's for ambiance. He says, this doesn't make a lick of sense to me at all. Certainly, she knows what a hologram is. Like, nah, betazoids don't use hologram technology.
No, not at all. We
Like
don't
Will
know.
said, it's not like she's never been on a ship before.
No. So what we can write officially into the Betazoid people is they don't know what holodecks are. No
They're
idea.
dumb, big dumb.
They're dumb.
He says the fish are up and eating the fish. How are they okay with that? Again, turns out they are assassins. Then we end with one final jab by Luxana in the longest transporter ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
She even has time to talk.
Oh, how naughty, naughty, Picard. It's disgusting of a captain to think those things. I'll see you next week. I like Luxana and Picard's playful rivalry of sorts and did enjoy aspects of this episode. In the end, it's a Roddenberry for me. It's just so funny that he goes on to explain, like, oh, I like this. I like how they do this. I like a lot of aspects of this episode. Well, anyway, it's the bottom of the barrel for me.
It's middle of the road. It's
it's
middle of
middle.
the road.
It really sucks. Anyway, I could take it or leave it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could leave it.
See, that's season one, season two Star Trek fan takes.
Yeah.
They're like, wow,
Eh.
it was really great to see all this. I really liked
Mm.
all this stuff. The stuff that I didn't really like, but it was enjoyable. But at the end of the day, I don't really care about
Yeah, I don't need it. I don't.
it. He's a true Star Trek fan. That's
It
how we
sounds
know.
like it. Yeah. He says, enjoyable review as always, fellas. Looking forward to wrapping up season 2. Yeah, aren't we all?
Aren't we all?
He says the popcorn award goes to Majel Barrett.
So Ed Mark Star didn't leave us a popcorn award, but you just
He
heard
that's it's because he knows.
but you just heard that from my office was offered up Majel Barrett. Yeah, you almost had me. You almost had me.
Oh yes.
But Captain Olimar, he says no popcorn award. No one deserves
Yeah.
it. I even disliked Picard a bit this episode. What a fail. 0 out of 10.
Oof.
But if you must give it, give it to Fleetwood Mac.
Oh no. No. I'll tell you who gets the popcorn award.
Tell us.
It is the guy who plays Mr. Hum.
Yes. Yes. Carol, it's like Carol Strucklin or something like that.
Yeah.
Strucklin.
The tall
Yes.
man from Twin Peaks with
Yeah.
Majel
Men in
Barrett.
Black, the Addams
Oh
Family.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's great.
We love him.
You rang. He drank that full bottle too, man. He wasn't messing around.
Oh yeah. And then he's like,
Mm, another.
what was missing in that scene is he doesn't go over and bang the gong.
Well, it's only when
Oh,
she does things, yeah.
well, look at that, folks. Mr. Home.
That's my answer. So yeah, there you go, everybody. Know what's popular because right now, you know what's popular? Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
That's right.
So go watch it.
Look at it.
Go watch it, then watch us talk about it. It's great. It's really
Yep.
good. It's good. We're getting good now. We're finally getting good. So thanks everybody for commenting and letting us know what you think about things. Thanks for the questions of the week. That always makes us dive deeper into just all sorts of things.
Yeah, this week was about fish eating fish.
This week was about fish eating fish and Marvel versus DC. Last week was about sandwiches and how to identify what type of sandwich you're eating. So
Who
I mean,
remembers?
we're breaking some ground here. We're really setting some things straight, you know. Yeah. So we will see you guys next week on the next episode of Hailing Frequencies Open. But for today, what are we doing, Will?
Captain, hailing frequencies close.